Barak, Yahweh, Allah, Shalom, righteous family. Welcome back to TRU-TALK. And I wasn't going to speak about this, but this just kept popping up in my feed. Like over the last couple of days, I kept seeing this video. And this grown man, as he claimed, him and his brother jumped another grown man in front of his 7-year-old daughter because his 7-year-old daughter was picking at his daughter, if I'm not mistaken. And as I read through the comments, a lot of people are agreeing with him. And even this video, it says, this is something I would definitely do for my kids. And we definitely living in a time where right is being considered wrong and wrong is considered right. And as the scripture says, there's no righteous judge in Israel, and there's no wise judge in Israel. A lot of people do not know how to judge the matter righteously. And when it comes to the Most High having His Spirit and having discernment, He gives you the ability to know how to judge a matter rightly. And in our community, we lack that because it has been taken away from us. You know, as I repeated once, the Father said He took away the wise judges and the counselors from Israel. So a lot of our people don't know how to judge a matter correctly. And a lot of people are praising this man and saying, yeah, he did what was right. Now let's listen to this and break it down. Because as the scripture says, by your own words, you condemn yourself. We're gonna let him condemn himself because the things that he's gonna say, he's not gonna live true to. And there was a better way to handle this. And of course, I'm gonna give you at least my opinion of how I was brought up, but also according to the scripture, how we should handle this. Now let's just hear him talk.
Consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right. To the 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school, I'm sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you, but we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters.
So wait a minute, let's stop there. 7-year-old girl, he said we kept asking her. You grown and you asking a 7-year-old girl to stop bullying your child. And then he said we sent letters home and even had meetings. Let's continue.
Home, we even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you...
So they didn't have meetings, they just had one meeting. So he said we asked the 7-year-old as if you're supposed to go up to the kids. Then we sent letters home. And then we had a meeting about this 7-year-old bullying my child. Now, a 7-year-old is a child itself. You know, how old is your child? Is your child 7, 8, 6? You know, see, I hate that word bullying. And I'm gonna just take it back to when I grew up. We used to call it getting picked at. I didn't get bullied. I got picked at. But it was understood. If somebody put their hands on you, win, lose, or draw, you defend yourself and stand up for yourself. I never forget what my mama told me. She said, you got a backbone. Stand up for yourself. She said, I don't care if you lose. It's not about losing. It's about standing up for yourself. She said, I have more respect and people have more respect for you if you lose a fight and stand up for yourself. She said, and if you lose and that person disrespect you again, don't be a coward. Be ready to lose again before you let somebody just disrespect you or disrespect your loved one. Stand up for your wife, your children, your household. Don't let nobody come in and bully them and have their way with them. Even if you can't beat them, fight back. And that's how I live my life with honor. I'm trying to keep peace with all men, as the scriptures say. And before I fight somebody, I keep the peace. I walk away before it come to that. But cross that line and put your hands on either me or my loved ones, hey, it's up. Ain't no more to talk about. But nevertheless, so let's just hear the matter and judge it. So first he said he went to the 7-year-old girl and they told the 7-year-old girl, hey, stop bullying my daughter, okay? You as grown people should not be going to kids about kids matter. See, when I grew up, it was always let kids be kids. Don't let grown folks don't get in kids matter. Now you as a grown person, you you be involved with your kids and understand what's going on. But if something between kids, you let kids handle that because they gotta grow up and handle this. Now he's talking about his daughter being bullied, and he talking about teaching the other girl the lesson and talking about life ain't fair. Hold on, I'm getting too much ahead of myself. Let him talk. Because with his own words, he's gonna condemn himself. And it shows the state, the state of the world that we living in, that people are applauding this foolishness.
You too young to receive those consequences. You had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right. To a 7-year-old girl who had to watch me and my brothers jump her daddy after school, I'm sorry. I know that was probably a traumatizing experience for you. But we kept asking you to stop bullying my daughter and you wouldn't listen. We sent letters home. We even had a meeting with you and your parents and you wouldn't listen. So now you know your actions have consequences. And since you're too young to receive those consequences, you had to watch your daddy take those consequences. Get some therapy. You'll be all right. To a 7-year-old girl who had to watch.
He's right. Life has consequences. What are the consequences for you doing what you're doing when that man has not put his hand or done nothing to you? See, the scripture says, don't hate a brother without a cause. And that a man should not be judged for the sins of his father, or we should not judge a man for the sins of his father, but a man should be judged for his own sins. We cannot judge nobody for what they daddy, their mama, their cousin did. We can only judge that person for what they done. Now, why is it that you and your brother was willing to jump this man, but you're not willing to teach your child to fight back if you say this? Because 7 years old is just that's, I don't know, we're not talking about teenagers, we talking about kids. This is the state of really kids. Just uh from being babies, 7-year old. And your daughter, can she not defend herself? Because like you said, life is not fair. Oh well, you're not gonna be there for her always. See, and maybe bringing my own situation in this, but how we was taught was, see, our mama let us fight our own battles. Only when it was necessary for her to step in, when somebody was older than us, or when it was unfair, mama stepped in. Even when it was unfair, the people around would step in and say, no, one-on-one. Don't jump in, let it be one-on-one. But this is a 7-year-old. What could this 7-year-old do to your daughter, both of them being kids? A 7-year-old girl bullying your daughter. This is a 7-year-old girl. Both you try. This a girl. She your daughter. So she's a girl. This is parents guarding their kids and not letting their kids be kids and involving themselves in kids matter when they sit. Your daughter coming home complaining to you about being bullied. You tell your daughter, and you going, this is life. You're going to continue to be bullied until you stand up for yourself. Because my mama always said, hey, tell the teacher, if the teacher don't do nothing about it, then you gonna have to do something about it. I don't care if you get in trouble because you already told me, if you already told me that this person is bullying you and you told the teacher and the teacher have not done nothing about it, and we talk to the teacher, then my mom would be like, hey son, not even because, and she treated me this way because I was a boy, but even her daughter, she would say, you're gonna continue to be bullied until you stand up for yourself. What are you teaching your daughter? And then the fact that you got your brothers to jump him. Why couldn't you fight him one-on-one? That shows the coward in you. Was you afraid of him? Because it's easy to jump somebody. You know you got the upper hand. You know you're going to win. So right there shows the coward. And then y'all jump him in front of his daughter to teach his daughter a lesson about bullying. Now, what you done, if I was 7 years old, if somebody I went to school with, if their parents jumped my parents, oh, I couldn't wait to go to school. Because soon as you get in his class, I'm gonna smack you upside the head for what your daughter, for what your daddy them done to my daddy them when it came to jumping him. So he think he made the situation better. Now what he gonna do when his daughter go back to school and the 7-year-old girl beat his daughter up? Is he gonna go back and beat up the daddy and jump the daddy? See, there's a mature way and righteous way to handle this. The scripture tell us our anger does not work out the most high righteousness. He's calling himself teaching this man daughter a lesson by jumping her daddy in front of him and talk about, oh well, life has consequences. If you gonna get authority, if you need therapy, get therapy, as if he just with guarding this girl feelings. See, that's one thing about it. You can't say I love my daughter and fuck everybody else's daughter. Excuse my language. You can't say I love black people, but I don't care about black people. You see what I'm saying? Your actions speak louder than words. He claimed that he loved his daughter so much, but you acting like you don't care about this man's daughter, who you claim, oh well, she traumatized, she can get some therapy. Have that same injury about your daughter. Oh well, your daughter getting bullied by a 7-year-old girl. Let her stand. Let's really dissect this. What harm can a 7-year-old girl do to his daughter? Obviously, they the same age. They got to be in the same class around each other. A 7-year-old female is so-called bullying his daughter. What's she doing? Saying she don't like her hair, saying she don't like her shoes. pushing her down at recess. Like, really, what harm can this 7-year-old girl do to his daughter at school? And why isn't his daughter handicapped? Is there some reason his daughter can't defend herself? And then he go and get his brothers to jump her daddy in front of him and think he's proving a lesson. Why don't you fight that man one-on-one? Matter of fact, since you and your brothers like to fight, why don't you teach your daughter how to fight so she can handle that 7-year-old girl and let children handle children's business? But nevertheless, people are cheering this and say, oh yeah, he done right by jumping a man that done nothing to him because kids are being kids. Because a 7-year-old girl is quote unquote bullying his daughter. And first we told that the 7-year-old stopped bullying her. Then we sent y'all notes home. And we even had a meeting and sat down. And your daughter's still getting bullied. Well, take it up with the school. Tell your if if you want to protect your daughter that much, put her in another class. Like, I need to hear more details. She coming home with a busted nose with scratches. What is this 7-year-old girl doing so bad to your daughter? And like always, these hypocrites, why are you coming on the internet? If you done that, we wouldn't know nothing about this if he would never came on the internet talking about, I don't know if they videotape themselves jumping the man or whatever. Well, I don't get this social media. You know, it's been going on for a while, but I don't get why people come on social media and say certain things and do certain things. Like, certain things just should be left in the private. Even the scripture says a wise person know how to keep secrets and matters in secret. Some things just ain't for everybody to know. So you came on here to tell us this for what? And people are cheering for you for beating up, for jumping a man over his 7-year-old daughter. No, I don't agree with this. This is wicked. This is not right. Well, what about the 7-year-old? The 7-year-old shouldn't be bullied. No, she's sitting with these are kids. Talking about a 7-year-old girl. Teach your daughter how to fight. Why are we so weak? We so violent towards one another, but we so weak. I mean, I mean, and I'm trying to put myself in a position where I would be a father and my 7-year-old daughter would come home and say, hey, I'm being bullied by a 7-year-old. I'm being bullied by a classmate. Maybe I'm just brought up different. My mentality would be, you're going to continue to get bullied until you stand up for yourself. Just as he talking about, oh, well, that's life. Life ain't fair. And think about he teaching the 7-year-old something. Well, teach your daughter life ain't fair. And sometimes you got to stand up for yourself because, like he said, there's consequences for your action. Now, I'm not wishing death on nobody. I don't wish him or nobody else to die. Or what if that man come with the you know what and put a couple holes in you? Would that be you having consequences for your action? You and your brother? Like, this is just a stupid thing to me. You a grown man. You and your brother, and I don't know who your brother is, but they coming to jump another man about a 7-year-old girl, about being picked at, about your daughter being picked at. See, I know kids are gonna be kids. I know when I was 7 or 8 years old, first of all, I wasn't the type of person that bully or pick at nobody. But I know there's certain things my mama told me not to do, and I went to school and still did them. I mean, I don't agree with this, man. Y'all let me know. Give me y'all feedback. What y'all think? Y'all think that this dude should be a pro, that he did his daughter a favor and did the 7-year-old girl a favor and talk her nothing about bullying his daughter because by jumping this man because his 7-year-old daughter seems to be picking at his daughter at school, so they beat him up. Y'all think this is right? Y'all agree with that? Do y'all think kids let kids be kids? Do y'all think he should let the daughter handle it? And that's just my take on it, that, you know, you gotta know how to handle a situation better. I'm not against, I'm against killings, unfairness. I'm not against a one-on-one fight. And I'm not for raising weak, ungodly kids that won't stand up for themselves or fight back, male or female. Now, this would be a little different. This was a 7-year-old boy bullying a 7-year-old girl. But these are two girls. And his grown butt here thinking he defending his daughter, and then by doing so, making the statement, I don't care about how his daughter felt. That teach his daughter there's consequences for your actions. As if there's no consequences for his actions, what him and his brother just done. Like I said, if I was that 7-year-old girl, when you did that, you might as well move your daughter out of school. Because as soon as she come in the classroom, I'm on her. Your daddy ain't here to save you now. But nevertheless, let's let kids be kids. Let's let kids handle kids matter. And if you jump at anybody, you a coward. You can't fight them one-on-one, you a coward. You want to teach them a lesson, teach them a lesson one-on-one. But that just shows the cowardliness in you. You scared, you had to go get your brothers. And now you're on video talking tough. Just as your daughter is a coward and getting bullied and can't stand up for herself, I can see where she get it from. You yourself can't confront and fight a man one-on-one. You got to go get some help. But there's going to be a time where your daughter ain't going to be able to run to you. And there's going to be a time where you ain't going to be able to get your brothers. And you're going to have to stand on your own. And that's life. And that's the examples of life. And that's how it really works. But I love to hear y'all feedback. Until next time, uh, as always, let y'all be true and every man be a lie. Shalom.